Hello. Welcome to Behind the Chair, where we dive deep into untold stories, hard-won lessons, and timeless principles that keep your salon chair full. Keep your salon chair full. And my name is Camille, and I am your cosmetology coach. I'm your salon etiquette coach, and I would like to talk to you about 7 powerful client building secrets every hairstylist should know. Every hairstylist should know. So today's principle will be on the consultation and pricing. Consultation and pricing. And I'm going to talk about the consultation and pricing and agreeing. Number 4 is agreeing to services. So yesterday on one of the Facebook pages, someone had a flyer, and they put on the flyer that they were looking for models, and they were doing hair color for $100. So this is going back basically to the consultation agreement, and all of that, listening while you were. But she was saying she was in it for 2 or 3 months, and she wasn't getting like a lot of client feedback. But to be honest, all you need to do is one person when you come into a new town. Just one person. If you do one person, take your time, do a good job, do a good consultation, agree to a sale, listen while you work, make sure you sell that retail and rebook them for 2 weeks. You have no problem building clientele, because somebody's going to tell somebody that tells somebody that tells somebody. But the reason why I want to say when you do consultation, you have to examine the hair, find out what you want to do. So she was saying she was going to do anybody's hair for $100 hair color. Now mind you can't box yourself in like that, because a hair color could be a base color, they could need a color correction, they could want highlights, they can have hair that's past their shoulders, that's down to the back, right? And you have to charge extra for all that. So you might have a base price of $100 where you can upgrade that sale to $500, maybe even $1,000, depending on how much color you use. Because I know sometimes some salons, they charge you for each bowl they got to go back and mix. Each bowl, every time they got to go back and mix a bowl of hair color, they charge you extra $10. So that means if you doing a bleach, and I've seen them in the beauty schools where it might take them 8 hours on one person's hair, because sometimes people's hair is halfway down their back. So you don't want to box yourself in and say, oh, I'm going to do everybody's hair color for $100. You can't do that, because you have to be able to upgrade your sales. That's how you make your money. That's how you make your money off of $100 sale. So say $100 color is to the ear, right? Well, you might charge an extra $20 if it's to the shoulders. So now it's $120. Well, what if it's to the shoulder blade? Then to the shoulder blade, that's another $100. That's another $40. So that's $140 hairdo to the shoulder blade. If it's past the shoulder blade, that's $160. That's just for the base color. Now, mind you, these styles they're coming up with now, it's got 2 and 3 colors. So they got a base color, some of them got a blonde highlight, and then they got a low light. So for each of those colors, you need to be charging extra. So it's $160 just for the base color. It could be another, let's say $100 for the blonde highlight. I'm just using this as an example. So you charging $160 for the base color, $100 for this blonde highlight, because like I'm saying, each bowl you gotta go back and mix. They charging you. And then you want, say they wanted a third color. Because some of these styles they've got high and low light, biologics, all kinds of techniques. So you can't just say, oh, I'm gonna do everybody's hair color for $100, because you're making money by upgrading yourself. You making money by making $500 off of a $100 hairdo. Then that's how you're not working hard, because you can make the money off of one hairdo. Instead of doing 5 hairdos, you can make that money off of one hairdo. So, as far as a consultation, when you consult people, let them know the base price start at $100. And then the more stuff they add on, the more price upgrading yourself you need to be upgrading yourself. You need to be adding on to your price. So, when you do the consultation, make sure when you are inspecting and surveying that hair, you are pricing correctly. Not just, oh, I'm gonna do your hair for $100, and then you get to talking about who knows what. Stay professional. You are the expert. When you look at that hair, you give them a price starting at. Now, that don't include you adding a style. That don't include you adding hair extensions. So that's what I'm saying. You could take $100 hairdo and go all up to $1,000. Say they want an extra extension. That's extra $500. Add it on. So we in this game to win, win, win. So you start at $100 and up. But once they show you these pictures, oh, I want my hair like this. You should be able to look at that picture and oh, give me a minute. I'll come back with a price for you. If you have to go in the back, and this is during the consultation, go in the back, add this up, how much it's going to be, especially if you're new and you're not familiar. Because me, I could look at you when honey, let me tell you something. I got to the point when people walk through the door, I was counting the money when they was walking in the door. I could look at them, okay, they're getting buy. Boom, this is how much it's going to cost. To me, in my mind, I'm counting the money as it coming in the door. But if you knew, if you need a minute to step away, to go in the back and figure out, write it on a piece of paper what the numbers are, we'll do that. But don't just off the top, I'm doing everybody for $100. That's how you get your back hurt. You know how you be hearing people, oh, my back hurt, my feet hurt. Yeah, because you're doing a lot of work for $100. That's like the other day, I seen somebody on Facebook, they had a lock customer. And the man hair was to his butt. So if it was $150 base price, when I got done with him, it was going to be a $350. Because I was adding on $200 extra for that hair down to his butt. That's extra work. That's extra product. So charge accordingly. Now, that's a consultation. We still at the consultation. Because what happens when they show you that picture and this is how they want it done and they want it all fancy, what happens is with that picture, you have to give them a price. And it's up to them to say, I'll pay it, or I can't afford it this time, but I'll come back. And then that's when you let them walk away. But you give them your business card, all your connections, and when they get the money, they'll come back. And I don't know how many times that has happened. You know, people stop and get a price, get a quote, and when they get the money, they come back. But you don't have to go over flipping heels trying to do somebody's hair. Be professional, because you're building a book. And the slower you build the book, the better, the sturdier the foundation is. Right? The sturdier the foundation is. And you're the expert. So you got to know how to give a good consultation and make sure you agree to the service. And if they agree to the service and willing to pay it, then it's a go. But don't start somebody's hair and it's not a clear understanding on what you're doing and how much you are expecting them to pay. Because a lot of times people come on the Facebook or the different ask questions and they say, oh, do you think I charged enough? You shouldn't have to do that. You should know that you charged enough. and no price is off limits, because you are the expert. And if you start off charging people a certain way, and if your work is good, people will pay. People will pay. And you need to pay what you're worth, because not only that, you know what products you need to get certain jobs done. So you need to be able to invest in the proper product. Them products is not cheap. I'm drinking my little tea. Right? So if you know you're using 2 tubes of hair color, that's 2 heads. That might be 4 heads. And you charge $100, you might charge $40 for each extra tube you use. I'm telling you, this is serious. Each extra bowl you using, you need to charge. That's how you make your money. That's how you start from a $100 hairdo to a $500 hairdo, $600 hairdo, $700 hairdo. Now, if you start people off with that understanding, them same people will come back in 4 months or 3 months when it's time to get that retouch. Because you're building your book. So you're building people, your clientele, to know who you are and what you do. Because you're the expert. Right? Right. You're the expert and you know your stuff. Because some of these hairdressers, I seen the young people coming out of beauty school, they bad. They bad. They're like, they look what I did. And I'm like, wow, I only charge $100. What, girl? I wrote on there one day, girl, one day you're going to be getting $1,000 for that hairdo. That color and everything she did. It's sometimes they on there, they do color corrections, stuff that I could only imagine doing. And they fix it. They get the colors on the one. So y'all up and coming hairdressers, make sure you charge appropriately. And when you get them in your chair and they agree, make sure you listen. Listen while you're working. Stay focused on your color, your techniques. Don't get caught up in a whole bunch of conversation. It's okay to be nice and, chat a little bit, but stay focused on what you're doing. Because the less people know about you, the more they trust, she's doing her job. Just like when you go in the doctor's office. They ask you a couple of questions, but they still staying on their professional. They're staying professional, letting you know what you came there for, so you can leave happy or whatever. But stay focused, do a good job. Always remember, you are the expert, and make sure you always charge appropriately. Give the appropriate pricing for your services. Don't charge everybody $100, because you might be doing $100 service and could actually got $600 for it off one head. But that comes with a consultation, letting people know up front how much it's going to cost, and let them decide if that's what they want to pay. And if they want it bad enough and they know you're doing a good job, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. They're going to pay. So make sure you charge accordingly and keep up the good work. Okay, well, I'm not going to keep you long. That is for Ms.Camille, 35 years behind the chair, beauty and business secrets. Beauty and business secrets. And I'm just spilling a little cosmetology tea. Right now I got my yoga tea, honey lavender. And it is so good. And I put the little ice in it, so it's really good. And it's cold. And not only that, it helps me relax. All right. Well, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please like and subscribe. And until next time, remember, you are the expert.